Hey, what's happening everyone? Journeyman here and welcome back to the Swan Song. Today's episode we have hopefully 4 games. We'd normally do 4 games per episode, so we do West Ham, Watford, Leicester and Burnley. This could be the chance for us to finally kickstart our Premier League season. We've done actually really well considering the fixture list we've had. In the opening 8 or 9 or 7 or so fixtures in the Premier League, we've had Liverpool, Man City, Arsenal, Chelsea and Tottenham. It's been a little bit rough to start the season, but we've actually come out the other end pretty decently, to be honest with you. We are 9th place in the table. 8 points to our name. Got ourselves 9 goals, conceded 11 goals. Most of those goals, by the way, coming against Aston at 5 to defeat. But apart from that, we've actually done really well. Last time out, we drew 1-1 with Liverpool. So, form, momentum, everything's going in our favour. And things are looking really positive in our start so far as manager of Swansea City. Yes. All right, so let's go ahead and get the week over and done with. As I mentioned in the last episode, I'm still trying to improve the squad. However, I don't have that much money left to spend, unfortunately. I spent a lot of it on Callum Wilson and Vidal and all those fancy new players. And maybe I should have signed Daniel Sturridge for 9.75. That would have been probably a better deal. But nevertheless, we'll keep persisting forward. Callum Wilson finally got his first goal in a game in the last one. It was like 2-3 games ago now. But I'm hoping he can kickstart his season and we'll progress with him. Because I've been told he's a really good striker in the updated database for Championship Manager, so I'm hoping he can repay some of that money that I spent on him, because £30 million at the moment looks like a little bit of an overspend, but we'll forget about that and take a look at some of these new players that have been suggested to me. This guy actually looks pretty good. What I'm going to do is I'm having him on the short list. Keep a close eye on him. Barkok. 19-year-old termination German player. We know how good the Germans tend to be in Championship Manager, so you know what, keep him on the short list for a little bit and see how well he does. So in the next round of the League Cup, playing Aston Villa away, that's a bit of a tough match. Aston Villa are a very talented Championship team, led by, looks like, Robert Snodgrass. Glenn Whelan apparently is one of the star players, and of course Hide Your Wives, John Terry. Alright, so all right, we'll keep going forward. Again, this is an episode we could see our season turn around. We are playing a lot of teams that we could beat. First and foremost is West Ham today. So good news is we have Olsen back after Norton picked up a knock. He's going to be out 2 weeks with a twisted knee. We're also still missing Nathan Dyer. He's going to be out 8 months with a damaged crucial ligaments injury, so we're not going to have him. Wayne Routledge is apparently wanted by Manchester United. That would be a little bit of a surprise if he went to Manchester United. I put him on transfer list of 3.9 million to get some extra funds in. He doesn't really fit my plans, so we'll look to move him on. All right, so apart from that, so this is how the team's going to look up against West Ham today. So Fabianski in goal, Vidal right back, Olsen left back, Dawson and Mawson through the middle. Very solid partnership so far. Roque Mesa sits in front of them with Dada, who's had a really good start to his career here. 3 goals and 5 appearances, average rating of 8.2. Been a really, really good signing for me so far. And Renato, Sanches, who's had a really good start to the campaign. Could be a little bit better. I think he's going to be a superstar in this save. So hopefully we'll keep him around in the long run. And then Tammy Abraham and Callum Wilson. Tammy Abraham's goals have dried up a little bit. And Wilson, as you know, has only got 1 goal. So, all right. So I got up into West Ham today. Again, this is a game at home at the Liberty that I do expect to win and win pretty well. However, Chicharito decides he's going to open the scoring. One of the most prolific goal scorers in Europe, without a shadow of a doubt. Pretty much the epitome of what you would probably classify as a poacher is Chicharito. All right, so not a good start. Yet to get a shot on goal as well, so brilliant. All right, let me see. 22 minutes in, we just got to try and get ourselves into the game because it's been a very slow start. Usually we're not that bad at the beginning. We kind of fade late on, but usually at the start we're pretty solid. So half-time approaching. I think ourselves 1 shot. That's not very promising, is it? Take a look at some of the match stats. What's gone wrong here? The 1 shot came in from our right back, Alex Vidal. Defenders seem to let us down today. All 5s across the board. Callum Wilson's only got himself a 6. Tammy Abraham hasn't got in the game at all. Only 4 passes. And 2 of them were incomplete. All right, so things really aren't going as expected. So we'll switch those two around because they have both individual player instructions. So we'll switch it around, see if that makes any kind of an impact. Thinking about making a change at the back, actually. Michael Dawson for Fernandez. Yeah, we'll do that. See if that strengthens the back a little bit. And what we could do, let's look at the team instructions real quick. They're on attacking short. Pressing's fine. Offside trap, counter-attack. I could switch to a counter-attacking style because they are pressing us right now. So I could do counter-attack. So yeah, let's do counter-attack for the second half. And see if that helps us maybe carve out a few more opportunities on the break. Alright, 67 minutes again. Nothing much changed thus far. But there's only one goal in it. 50 minutes left to play now. So we're still in this game. Let's make a change up top. Let's bring off Callum Wilson. Let's bring on Wilfred Boney. Let's bring off Leroy Fer and bring on Jordan Ayew. And then we can push Jordan Ayew forward. It can be, we could probably push him there, be honest with you. See if we can try and force a late equaliser here. We've only got 13 minutes left to go, so we might as well give it a go. Alright, oh, someone hit the upright there for us. That was... It looks like this could end up in a defeat, and it does. And a very, very poor display from the ball. There's only 4 shots on goal. Tackling was poor. Heading was very, very poor. They dominated us pretty much in the air. Yeah, it does a very disappointing display, to be honest with you. Alright, so we'll try and put that disappointment behind us. Now, I think we have the international break in between this game and the next one. Yeah, we're playing Watford now in 15 days' time or so. So we'll try and get through this as quickly as possible. Renato Sanches won the English Young Player of the Month award. So we've had 2 winners in a row. That one, that's just promising, isn't it? Both of them on loan, though, not really permanent signings. I'd like to bring them both back on a permanent basis, but I'm starting to think I'm not going to be able to afford them. Alright, so who's this guy? 19-year-old Croatian international. Looks like a very promising player, doesn't he? We're adding to the shortlist. Keep a close eye on his development. Who's this guy? Memola. We'll scout him a little bit further. We might need a left back in the future. Josip Juranovic. Promising player as well. Can play right back as well as right midfield. Not interested for now. Alright, so Biabi apparently is a player that we own. He's on loan right now to Hamilton. His contract's expiring in 3 months. I'm not going to renew it. We don't need to. Jefferson Montero. Yeah, he's not going to game with me. He can, honestly, he's transfer listed. There's a backup for the first team. So if he wants to move, he can, definitely. Because, again, attacking left midfielder, not going to fit my system right now. Yeah, if anyone comes up a good bid in for Routledge, he can leave. Definitely. Again, get some more money in. We don't need him. You can save money by selling him. Nope, not a good player. Tammy Abraham played for England 21s. They beat Belgium 2-1. That's a good result. Jerome Sinclair grabbing a brace. And then also we have Matic Paljk, who was a backup left back for us. He got in the Slovenian under-21 team. So nothing too exciting so far. International duty. I'm sure we'll have a few more reports come in though. Fer and Narsingh played in the 2-0 win for Portugal. Narsingh, where is he? Who did he play for? Yeah, he's there's a Narsingh. Yeah, I don't know. Narsingh was Dutch. I did not know Narsingh was Dutch for some reason. For some reason, I thought he was like Argentinian or something. But anyway, ridiculous. Honestly, I should pay more attention to my squad, I suppose. Virgil van Dijk, the snake, got a 9 out of 10. Nothing interesting there. Let's just keep moving forward. Apparently, Monaco put an offer for $9.5 million for Sanches, which means we could be losing Sanches earlier than expected, which would be extremely disappointing. No, I'm not going to sell him for nothing. Ridiculous notion. Alright, hopefully we don't lose Sanches, though. Okay, that's fine. I'd accept that bid. That's not a problem for Montero. Because that would really suck if we lose Sanches this early on. I expected to have him for the whole of the year. And then at the end of the year, I'd have the extra money coming in for next year and be able to sign him. But it doesn't look like we're going to be able to do that, especially if they agree that fee. That's a really good fee too. Damn, I'm kind of annoyed I spent 30 million on Wilson. I could have signed Sanches. Anyway, we'll move on. We'll move forward. We'll forget about that. All right, so we're without Norton and we're without Olsen today. So we're a little bit of a left-back crisis. So Sam Clucas can't play left-back. He is right-footed, though. I don't really like that. So what I might do is, if Paljk is just about fit enough to play today, so we might have to throw this youngster in at the deep end here. So we'll do Paljk at left back. Clucas going back on the bench. Changes to the side, though, because it wasn't a great performance last time out. So instead of Abraham, we'll put in Wolf for Boni. And in midfield, I'm actually going to drop Roque Mesa. I'm going to put Leon Britton, who's been a bit uninspiring so far this season, Roque Mesa, despite his obvious talent. Leroy Fer has also been solid. Keep an eye on his... If he doesn't... His performance doesn't improve, I probably will drop him as well. But anyway, we're up against Watford today at home. This is a game that we should be winning, and winning pretty comfortably. Add this guy to the shortlist. This guy looks pretty talented. Keep moving. All right, that's fine. Moving. All right, so here we go. Up against Watford at home. Again, this is a game that we should be winning and winning pretty comfortably. We're a much better side than Watford, and I do fancy us at home today. Then again, I did say that about the West Ham game. So, and Leroy Fer, there you go. Talked about pressure on him to get some good performances in, and he rewarded my faith there with a goal. All right, so early going here. Leroy Fer has been at the heart of everything by the look of him. 22 passes, 18 complete, and we're up 2 goals, and he's scored the second one. He's having an absolute blinder in midfield. So it's good to see him repay my faith a little bit. All right, but it's early goings. 1 goal, and Watford are back in this. All right, so halftime approaching. And there it is, their own goal. Michael Dawson getting their own goal. Great. All right. So, halftime. Playing well. Actually playing really well. They've only had a couple of chances. Unlucky on Dawson to concede that own goal. But I do really need us to get that 2-goal cushion. For fuck's sake. Alright, Andre Gay getting a goal. His first goal of the season. Of course, it comes against us. And Watford are starting to climb all over us now. There, get in there, Callum Wilson. Repay my faith again. That's only a 2nd goal of the season. I'm going to take Boni off. I'm going to bring on Tammy Abraham. Sanches. We'll bring on Tom Cowell instead. Alright, so we're still controlling the game, be honest with you. We're majority of possession. Majority of shots, majority of chances. We've just got to put some away. So 15 minutes left to go in this game. 5 minutes left just to hold on. This could be a chance to Watford here. No, it looks like we're going to hold on here. Looks like we're going to hold on to a valuable victory. So, yep, good response from the boys. After losing against West Ham, we got a good win here against Watford. Not pleased to concede 2 goals and being 2-0 up and allow them to get back into the game as easily as they did. But nevertheless, a win's a win, and good to see Callum Wilson back on the score sheet, and as well as some good response there from Leroy Fer, who came under some criticism from me before the game. So good response from him, man of the match performance. All right, next up we are up against Villa in the Cup. Okay, so that came as a bit of a surprise fixture. So Villa away. In the last League Cup game, I played my reserve side because we played Stevenage and then the League 2. So in this time around, I'm going to have to play a bit of a stronger team if you want to progress. Truth be told, not that bothered about the League Cup this season. Next season, I'll definitely take it more seriously, but the first season, I'm kind of more focused on just trying to compete well in the league, be honest with you. Who's this guy? Momola. Oh yeah, this is the guy I was looking at, right? Because he's pretty cheap too, 190,000 current value. He's put in some good performances there. Looks like he should be a pretty solid fullback. Keep an eye on him. Frank Tudor. I like this guy a lot, actually, Fran Tudor. He looks like a very, very talented player. Add him to the shortlist. Alright, Sanchez has agreed terms of Monaco. Alright, and Leeds have put an offer now from Mike van der Horn for 6.25 million, and Sanchez has completed his move to Monaco. So we've just lost Renato Sanches. That is a huge blow for us. And Mike van der Horn, an offer's come in now. Big money, 6.25 million for him. Good centre-half. Really good centre-half. Haven't used them much, though, because Dawson and Mawson have been kind of leading the line for us in that department. It's a good money, though. 6.25 million is pretty good money for him. I'll accept the offer. He's not getting in the first team right now, so I've got no reason to really keep him. And we could reuse the money to reinvest. Right now, we've only got $1 million in the funds, so that extra boost could be nice. And by the way, we did agree to sell Montero. He'll be joining them in January. Joining Getafe, I think it was, 3.9 million, so that's fine. That's good business for us. All right, so Obviously, losing Sanches is a huge blow to us, so it means we have to bolster the midfield again. I'm happy with the signing of the data, though. He fills the gap a little bit. 23-year-old, very, very talented player. Didn't realise I had a minimum fee release clause on though, £8 million. I might have to renegotiate the contract to get that minimum fee release clause off. I've got to get into the habit of checking that. I'm really bad at doing that. Callum Wilson, yeah, we didn't agree on there. That's fine. All right. So without Sanches, that means Tom Carroll gets inserted into the side, which isn't bad. He's not a bad player, but he's no Sanches. And good news too, we have Olsen back for the next game, so that's pleasing. And obviously though, Matic did really well, so that was pleasing to see. He'll get some more first team games as the season goes on because he was solid enough. Midfielders now. All right, so that's the next step, isn't it? Trying to find a midfield replacement for Sanches that we can afford. If we sell Van der Horn for 6.25, hopefully we get most of that back, and then we can maybe look at some of these players that I've listed as potential replacements. So Fredrik Jensen is a player I'm looking at here. If I had £800,000, 20 years old, Finnish international, has some really good key attributes there for midfielder. Stamina 617, strength 16, so he's a strong guy. Work rate 16, jumping's good. Finishing's 10, dribbling, determination, decision making, acceleration. This guy's a really talented attacking midfielder. So if I can bring him in, I think he's my main target. I put a cheeky bid in for $1 million. Let's see what happens with it. It's probably going to get rejected. I'm probably have to wait for the Van der Horn deal to get completed, and then I'll be able to bring him in. Speaking of, there it is. It won't go through till January, though, so we might have to just hold down until January on trying to bring in a midfielder. All right. I'll think about it. All right, so Keesing actually got myself injured. He's going to be out for 2 weeks of stub toe, so a little bit short now in midfield, which is typical, of course. Let's go to our reserves. Now, I remember correctly, Adam King put in a really solid performance in the last League Cup game. In fact, he got 2 goals and I think an assist. So he will come onto the bench today and be called upon. I'm not afraid to call upon his number if we need it. We also have Sam Clucas as well, who's a midfielder. So as far as numbers go, we have plenty of midfielder options. It's just I'm a little bit concerned about the quality after losing Sanches. All right, so here we go. Villa away. All right, so we should be able to progress. We'll see, though. Villa do have a very good side. As far as championship teams go, they have a good side. Chris Samba. Remember, well, they got John Terry not playing today, though, but John Terry is in the squad. I remember once upon a time having Chris Samba and John Terry at the back. That would have been like a dream centre-half partnership. That would have been pretty immense. All right, so first half going. Derde opens the score in here. Sergei Derde. His role is definitely going to get elevated now. I've got Renato Sanches. We're going to rely on that guy a lot, alongside Leroy Fer. So I'm going to have to rely on the performances of those two in particular. So, solid first half display. Not really dominating by any sense of the word, but we're going 1-0 up. There's a penalty, though. Yeah, Nick steps up and he sends Fabianski the wrong way. Mike yelling at his non-playing staff now. Oh, interesting. All right, so back on level terms here. All right, so 60 minutes in. Time to make a change, perhaps. Wolford Boney is starting again today, and he hasn't really impressed, has he? Well, he's got 8 out of 10. He hasn't really taken his chances. He's scored for international level. He hasn't scored for me yet, though. Very typical. Leroy Fer's got a yellow card. I'm going to take him off. I don't want to risk him getting suspended. So Adam King will come on in his spot. I'm actually going to push Adam King forward, let Tom Carroll sit a little bit. He's only got a 5 out of 10. Carroll's not having a good game back there. Let's bring on Tammy Abraham for Wilson. Oh, Wilson, there you go. And we'll stick with Boney. I'll have a little bit of faith in his ability. Because we need him to start scoring goals as well, just to put pressure on... Oh, shit. 2-1. 2-2, they get him. Adam King getting a goal. Yeah, he's scoring goals for fun. He might get... Oh, another goal for Adam King. Starting to think this guy might be the temporary answer. A 22-year-old Scottish player. He might be the answer for me. After Sanches leaves. I mean, not the long-term answer, but at least can fill in for him. Because that's now 4 goals in 2 games in the League Cup. So he deserves at least a chance to play in the Premier League. And Abraham's out for 2 weeks, so that's a bit of a blow, isn't it? All right, so we got Burnley now in 4 days' time. We'll do that game, and then I'll conclude the episode, just because we're at in 20 minutes right now. And let's get this episode around 20 minutes long. Claude Makalele. Forgot he's my assistant manager. Kenji Gore apparently is improving, so that's good news. Fourth round, we're playing Everton. Alright, so good, I guess. Everton at home. It's a tough game. We'll see what happens with that one. Alright, so Burnley are bottom in the Premier League right now. They've only got 1 win in the first 9 games, only scored 8 goals, 7 defeats, and the bottom with only 4 points. So they're not playing very well, are they? Let's hope we can capitalise today and get a win. Finish off this episode with a nice solid win. So after midweek, take the condition of the guys because Cal's struggling. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring King on. King could push forward still. Carroll on the bench. Abraham is, of course, injured. He's not good to go today. So instead of Boney as well, I'm actually going to start Jordan Ayew up top. On a bench, we'll do Boney and then Narsingh. There you go. Beautiful. Norton is unhappy, apparently. Would like to negotiate a new contract. We're not getting one. So you can forget about that, son. All right, so here we go. Burnley at home. This one should be a win. Jordan Ayew gets in there. Good start. 5 minutes on. Gets a goal. Who are Barney starting? Naki Wells. Got myself 3 goals this season. Robbie Brady as well. Scott Arfield. What formation are they playing? 4-5-1. Yeah, that's what I thought they'd be playing. Just like in real life. Or they have like a 4-4-1-1 formation, I think. Leon Britton gets himself a rare goal as well. Got himself 1 in the League Cup. First goal in the Premier League season. He has come in the squad and done really well for me in the whole of midfield. He's been very, very solid. Putting some good shifts there. Definitely replace Roque Mesa for now. There's Callum. Oh, damn it. I thought Callum Wilson got himself a goal. I'm really rooting for Callum Wilson, not just because I spent £13 million on him. Just because I think he could be the long-term answer for the club in getting goals in this league. And that was one of the big issues when I came here, us scoring goals. But I seem to have corrected that with this formation. We seem to be getting goals from everywhere, except for our £13 million signing. Leroy Fer makes it 3-1 just before halftime. So that puts us up 2 goals ahead at the break. Oh, never mind. 1 goal ahead at the break. Spoke too soon. Never speak too soon in Championship Manager. Alright, so we're playing well. We are dominating, but for some reason Burnley are still in this, and that concerns me. Alright, so 60 minutes. I usually like to make a change around this time. Wilson gets a goal. There you go. That's the goal I was looking for. 3rd goal of the season for Callum. Alright, so let's make a quick change. Let's bring on Tom Cowell for Dada, who's struggling today. He's got a yellow card as well. Check the condition of the boys real quick. Everyone looks pretty good. Could bring on Wilfred Boney. Could bring on Mesa as well. We'll leave everything as is just for now. So 4-2. About half an hour left to play in this game. Winning 4-2. Honestly, we should win a lot more than 4-2. Actually, we shouldn't have exceeded 2 goals. That's the disappointing thing about it. But it looks like it's going to be a victory, so that's all that really counts, isn't it? So they are finishing 4-2. Good display. Callum Wilson actually got himself man of the match. He got himself man of the match for some reason. Not quite sure why. Didn't think anything spectacular than getting assists. Only 2 shots on goal, 2 on target. But nevertheless, good win. 4-2. Now up to 10th place in the table. Looks like we're going to be a pretty solid team this year. I don't think we're going to struggle. Then again, it's early goings and we yet to see the full effects of losing Renato Sanches. But for now, at least Adam King's kind of stepped at the plate, played well. And Tom Cowell's putting pressure on the guys as well. And so far, Dirt has been a really good sign. And Leroy Fur's turned it up a little bit since Sanchez left. So, all right, so going forward, the next episode, obviously, will be a couple of days from now, will be Brighton, Everton, Southampton, Everton again. So we got Everton doubleheader there. One, of course, being the League Cup. So, all right, so that's wraps up the episode. Hope you guys did enjoy it. If you are enjoying the series, remember to hit like on the video. And if you want to see more videos by me in the future, please hit subscribe to notifications on. There's going to be a lot of interesting, weird stuff going on in the future. I'm actually going to add another series to the channel. Not quite sure when, but there will be a new series aside from Football Manager and Championship Manager in the future. So keep an eye out for that. But thanks so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I'll see you guys in the next part. Goodbye, everyone. Goodbye.